Yes. I'm so excited.
You are excited.
I'm so excited. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the latest It's a Wonderful Watch-Along, as we like to call these.
Yes.
What fun live watch-alongs of whatever the hell movie we want to watch that particular time. At the moment, we do them twice a month, don't we, Janine?
We
did
do.
one a couple of weeks ago in February. That was Janine's favourite movie of all time, The Cutting Edge. It was a hell of a load of fun. We love it for all of its topicness and weird, dramatic Olympic ice skating.
Yes, it's great.
However, this next today's watch-along choice of movie, that doesn't make any sense. You can tell I'm very excited. It was my choice.
Yes. How we do these things are, I get a choice, then you get a choice.
Yes, I am Morgan, or as you can tell there, Amanda Bynes' #1 fan. That is Janine, or as you can tell there, Janine.
Yes, I should put Channing Tatum's #1 fan, but that's not really true.
Yeah, well, you can do it now. You can do it now. We can do it now if you want. Hello, guys in the chat. How are we all doing? Well, you can tell this was my choice today, Janine. We're watching She's the Man.
Yes.
The greatest modern Shakespeare adaptation of all time, but also I just love She's the Man because I love Amanda Bynes and it's a football movie with Amanda Bynes.
Yes.
Yes. We like She's the Man. We like She's the Man. Steve hates that your Twitter is messed up, Janine. That's a nice way to start off the watch-along, Steve, with misery and sadness.
It's very frustrating. I did get an email saying that if the complainer does not reply within 10 days, then they should be able to give me my account back. And that was like 4 days ago. So hopefully it will get fixed soon, but we will see.
I don't really see what they have to complain about. But if you know, you know.
Yes.
If you know, you know. If you don't know at this point, you don't know, and it doesn't really matter. But it does matter in the sense that you need to, if you want to follow Janine on Twitter, you need to go to somewhere else. Now it's Janine Devine _
Yes.
It's not just Janine Devine. Steve said, trying to get you to laugh with us about the lighthouse, and you weren't there. You talking to me? You talking to... I don't know. I will never laugh about the lighthouse, Steve. The lighthouse is not a laughing matter. Well, I suppose it is. It is in some parts, to be fair. It is in some parts. But we're not watching the lighthouse.
Which some people think you should make me watch the lighthouse on a watch-along. So
we should. We will be Look, I can safely say that the lighthouse will definitely be a watch-along in the nearer as compared to the further future. Definitely. It will. It will, because it should be done. Let's just remember, Janine, it's my birthday soon.
It is. It is.
So
I did.
Billy wants us to watch The Lighthouse. Billy would be excited. I like that.
And I remember thinking of something to make us watch for a watch-along that you didn't seem very excited about, that I was excited about, but now I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
And even if you did, you probably wouldn't tell me.
No, that's true. Was it Twilight?
No,
I remember that was like the first watch-along we did on this particular channel.
Yes,
it was ages ago now. It's Billy's birthday soon as well. I don't remember what that would be, but we're gonna get into She's the Man anyway, Janine. Of course, as usual, we are starting absolutely from 0000000. There's no funny things going on here. It was Dave, says Steve. We're not talking about Dave or the Eddie Murphy movie Meet Dave, where Eddie Murphy plays a little Eddie Murphy inside of a spaceship Eddie Murphy. We're not talking about that.
No, we're not talking about Meet Dave.
We're talking about She's the Man today. But how much talking we'll do on She's the Man as opposed to me just looking lovingly into Amanda Bynes' eyes, I don't know. I might be doing that instead. Right. She's the Man.
Morgan 21 going on 88.
Shut up, Steve. You're quite right. Yeah, 0000 if you are starting now, or if you are watching this back later, at a later date, at a later time, if you want to watch this in the background while you watch She's the Man. If you're not even watching She's the Man, but for some reason want to watch us for an hour and 45 minutes, ramble
Just
on
hang.
whilst She's the Man's on.
Yes.
Because you might want to do that. You might want to do that. I'd love you if you did. I'd love you if you did. What I will say right from the start, though, is if you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. It's the It's a Wonderful Podcast YouTube channel now. More things are coming. New things are coming. The rebrand is underway.
Yes.
It's very exciting. It's very exciting. Not just the watch-alongs. The watch-alongs are, of course, going nowhere, but more videos from myself and from us both as well. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great stuff. And get ready for March. March is going to be big. We like March, but we like today as well because of She's the Man.
Very exciting.
Let's just start. I think, Janine. Let's just
All right.
start. So do the honors, count us down, and let's get ready to go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
DreamWorks. We're not watching Shrek. We should also watch Shrek.
That would be a fun one.
Shrek would be an incredible fun one. We'd have to get Nolan on. We'd have to get Nolan on. If we were to watch Shrek, we would have to do it with the three of us, Janine.
Yes.
The three members of It's a Wonderful Podcast. We would have to. It would be absolutely required. Because Nolan loves Shrek as well. As do I. Steve saying bye. Fair play, Steve. Fair play. I appreciate the joke.
Billy singing the
Somebody
iconic
wants
song.
to, we all think it's Shrek. It's not Shrek. It's She's the Man. You can tell it's She's the Man because it's weirdly mid-2000s.
Yes.
Amanda Bynes playing football.
I had like 4 jean skirts like that.
I'd believe that. I'd believe that. I had a football like that. I owned a football like that. I have not, however, I'm terrible at beach football. I once tried playing beach football.
And you fell down.
With a ball that, well, it wasn't a proper football. It was one of the flyaway inflatable footballs. And it was windy. And I was kicking into the wind. So basically, whenever I kicked the ball forward, it would just blow up and fly over my own head into my own goal.
No.
It was absolutely farcical. Hello, Manuel. How are you?
Hello.
Manuel is new. We love you, Manuel. There's a kiss for Manuel. Don't know if he wanted a kiss or not, but we love you for being new. Are you excited about She's the Man, Manuel? I hope you are.
Yes. I'm excited. I haven't seen this movie in a while.
I mean, beach football, difficult. Football's difficult anyway, but beach football, especially when you're wearing like a bikini.
And a jean skirt.
Not that
and
I've
a
worn
denim
a bikini.
skirt.
But, you know, Amanda Bynes seems to be doing pretty well.
Yeah.
As we will see throughout this movie, Amanda Bynes is a pretty good football player. Don't know if she is. Vinnie Jones doesn't like her, obviously. Anyway. I'm just excited. Billy just saw the name James Kirk in the credits and got excited because he thought it was Star Trek. That's nice.
Not a tea? There was no tea there?
I'm drinking tea.
No, a T in the name James T. Kirk.
I don't think so. It's all very romantical. Mm-hmm. So, Janine.
Morgan.
Modern Shakespeare adaptations. This is one.
Yes,
this
it is.
12th Night.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 12th Night? Is that the right one?
Yes, it even said that in the credits.
It did. Do you tend to like kind of modern weird versions of Shakespeare? Not like obvious Shakespeare, not like the weird 2009 version of Hamlet or whatever it was. You know, like this or a 10 Things I Hate About You or something like that. Do you like it when movies tend to do things like that?
I do. I mean, Shakespeare has a lot of great stories.
Yes.
I think it's a great way to kind of modernize it for people who maybe don't get the wording or it doesn't make sense to them, but get the kind of core storytelling. This girl was in Final Destination 3.
Well, what is with this movie and Final Destination?
Yeah.
Why is
The
everybody?
the one talking, the one to the left of the coach or the right of the coach.
Oh,
She was the Mary Elizabeth Winstead's little sister.
oh, okay. Okay. Hi, Delicia in the chat.
Hey,
Hello.
Del.
Thank you for popping in. You get a blowing kiss as well. Everybody gets that now. I'm going to make it a thing. I'm not going to make it a thing. That would be too much. That would be too much kisses being given out. I would end up with cold sores. Dear. Disputes over football.
This is terrible.
I mean, look, I think the movie deals with sexism in the women's game of football. And I mean, and by the women's game of football, I mean women's football in actually quite a good way.
Yeah,
Because
and I
it
feel like
fully says that, like, and people still get like this over women's football, and I don't understand it because it's such a big deal now, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and people are still dismissing it, and we shouldn't be dismissing it because it's clearly continuing to get better and better quality, more and more investment financially and kind of culturally.
yeah.
We should be celebrating this.
And it's like, why isn't it like that anyway? Because
I don't.
it's not like a contact sport where
Well,
a physical where a physical difference could mean something.
Well, it is.
It's not like American football where a woman can get tackled, and that would probably be worse for a woman than a man.
No, it's not as contact as that, and there is things in like youth football in Britain where like you can play basically mixed gendered football, I think up to the age of 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes, separately. Because it is, you can't have, it's not like tennis, you can't have mixed football really. But dismissing women's football is ridiculous, and it's why I actually think this movie does a good job of showcasing, much like Bend It Like Beckham and things like that.
Yeah.
Showcasing the rise of women's football and the good the general positivity it brings to opening sport to more and more people, which is what it's there for.
Yeah. Did Amanda Bynes get that hat from her character from What a Girl Wants?
Possibly. But she might have picked it up in London when she was filming What a Girl Wants. Potentially. I don't know. Thank you, Delicia, for enjoying my outfit of choice today.
I said you look like a college professor.
Oh, hello, Nicola. How did I know you'd be here for a football movie? Thank you for making thank you for telling me that my beard looks nice. I hope you're doing well, Nick. I'm sorry, I interrupted, I think, then. Sorry.
Oh, no. So, yeah, this is the guy who was, like, weirdly acting like a little boy.
It is, isn't it? I remember
Final Destination 2, yes.
It is. Oh, for God's sake.
Like, he was obviously, like, 16 or 17, but, like, his mother was tucking him in and bringing him, like, medicine, and he was like, he died because he was like trying to like play with some pigeons, like chase them off like a little kid would do.
He was.
And then he got crushed by that pane of glass.
unbelievably weird. I remember being incredibly freaked out by that.
So
Wasn't
I feel
that when
like
I went on my whole rant about the fact that I'm terrified of adults that dress as babies?
I think
Because
so.
that is true. That is a legitimate kind of. It unsettles me.
Yeah, so I feel like what happened was in the script he was younger. He was maybe like 12 or something. And because of the content of the film, they were like, "Oh, this is pretty bloody gory. I don't think people want to see a little baby kid get killed. So let's make it like a teenager, but still keep it in the script that he's like a 12-year-old boy."
Oh, in certain situations, doing that works. Suspiria famously, Janine, originally cast a bunch of like 13-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
But it was too gory and too nasty. So they just aged everybody up a bit
Yeah.
to like 19, 20, 18,
Yeah.
but had them all still talk like they were young teenagers. Works
Yeah.
for that movie. Doesn't work that well for Final Destination 2, comes off as really creepy.
Yeah.
I don't like
It was
that.
very weird. Yeah, so the girl in the hat, she was in Final Destination 3.
But are we going to see someone from Final Destination 4? I do hope not. Dreadful movie.
Yeah, I hope not. The boyfriend, though, does
Come on,
remind
Paul.
me of the guy who got stuck in the pool in Final Destination 4. It reminds me of him, but it's
What
not
if it
him.
was? Are we sure it's not? It might be. I don't know if it is. Yes, Billy, you should see Bend It Like Beckham. It's a good football movie.
Does that put her in the Mustache Hall of Fame?
Possibly. I mean, it's not It's a Wonderful Podcast, the main show, so unfortunately, no. But I've always loved the fact that they all try on these different mustaches. As we know my feelings towards mustache. Billy says this mum is ridiculous. Yes. Yes, she is.
Yes.
And Nicola's, this is Nicola's favourite. Yes, Nick. Oh, I knew you were great, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Nick. Janine, I used to work with Nick at the football.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm being quite informal.
Did you guys bond over this movie?
Bond over. No, I didn't even know this fact.
No.
This is a fact I've just learned this minute. The question is, are you as in love with Amanda Bynes as I am?
So it's not a thing for people in the UK to like love this movie because it's about football.
It must be.
It's not a common universal.
Well, I think it is because it's always on TV. It's like very frequently on regular television.
It was just really funny to me that you hadn't seen What a Girl Wants, where she's like just running around the UK.
Yeah, because it's stereotypical and we don't like.
But you love Amanda Bynes, so I figured.
I do love Amanda Bynes. Nick also loves Amanda Bynes. Yes.
So I did make you watch it.
You did. I like What a Girl Wants.
Which is weird that movie never actually plays the song What a Girl Wants.
No, it doesn't. It's not as good as this movie, though, is it?
No. I like this one better. Is Illyria also a Shakespeare reference? It sounds like a very Shakespeare city or something.
I haven't read 12th Night. I'm not going to lie. I haven't. Billy says there's so much talk about balls. Billy, this is not the time for shifty time. Is it? Come on. This is the time for football.
And of course, as a teenager, I wanted that car.
What?
The new Beetle.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In green?
Not in green.
There was like
a pretty sky blue color. That's the one I wanted.
Oh, sky blue.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Or are they? What?
Whoa. Sky blue.
What? What's wrong with sky blue?
What's wrong with sky blue?
Okay, I'll say it was purple. I wanted a purple one,
yes,
even though there wasn't a purple one.
Sky blue is by far and away the most vomit-inducing colour in the entire world.
What? Are you kidding me? Over like
No,
a
I'm not.
pinky,
I'm being
over
actual
a color green that actually looks like vomit.
much over the colour green that looks like vomit. Do you know why, Janine? We are watching a
Why?
football movie. I hope you can guess.
Oh, it's a team that you don't like. Colors.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
Manchester City playing Sky Blue, Janine. We do not like Manchester City on It's a Wonderful Podcast.
Okay, good to
Billy
know.
says Illyria was the setting for Twelfth Night. Billy knows more
Okay.
about Shakespeare than us. Thank you, Billy.
Okay.
Yes, you are, Amanda Bynes.
No sideburns. Oh my god.
I mean, let's be fair, right? Take it for what it is. Everybody's seen through the disguise instantly. This is not a believable disguise from Amanda Bynes.
I mean, she doesn't look like a dude to you.
She looks like Amanda Bynes pretending to be a boy.
Where's Channing Tatum?
There is Channing Tatum. In prime, I'm just attractive but not a good actor Channing Tatum days.
Yeah.
I have always appreciated, actually, that Channing Tatum has a poster of Frank Lampard on his wall.
Her boy voice is just so like her. It's like so weird.
Would you be able to do this? You think you'd be able to do this?
Well, if you think I look like a dude, then yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, put on a voice and all, like, ooh, yeah, I'm a boy.
I would probably, yeah. I think any girl would like exaggerate it, like, cause like, look, listen to me talking like this. This just sounds stupid, right? Do I sound like a guy? A
Halfback.
believable? Do I sound like a believable guy, Morgan?
Yes, you do. I thought I was talking to your brother.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize I was talking to you. Imagine if it came out that David Beckham did shove tampons up his nose.
Yeah.
Actually, there was just a picture of David Beckham just.
I mean, it is something that you can use. Like if your nose is bleeding.
I mean, it is really, isn't it? I mean, it would work.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. It would work. Billy says Channing Tatum is incredibly good looking. Here's Vinnie Jones. Hello. Janine, I've told you about the history of Vinnie Jones in actual football in the past, haven't I?
You have, yes.
How much of it do you remember, if any?
Not very much.
Not very much. Do you remember who Vinnie Jones most famously played for?
No.
Wimbledon.
Oh.
As in the tennis championships.
What?
No. As in the same name as the tennis championships, not the actual tennis championships. That wouldn't make sense. He played for Wimbledon when in a team famously called the Crazy Gang in the late 80s and early 90s, when they were renowned for being incredibly aggressive. Basically, they won the FA Cup because of it against Liverpool, quite famously. But basically, they were just absolute hard men, just ruthless, aggressive tacklers who couldn't necessarily play football phenomenally well, but would basically just go on the pitch with the goal of injuring the opponent.
Okay.
Vinnie Jones once got sent off, I believe, after 15 seconds, 12 seconds, or something like that, for just absolutely clattering someone right at kickoff.
Dang. Well, I think I told you about what I knew of him from that movie, Euro Trip. where he just
Yes.
plays. He's like with this whole group of obsessive, angry Manchester fans who just shout Manchester at anybody who's like. I think they were on a bus headed to a Manchester game, and they see a little Frenchman. They're in France, like wearing a French shirt on a little bicycle, and they like chase him down. And they just shout Manchester and go crazy all the time.
You've also got to remember, Janine, that
So
this
that
is
was
the
my
same
first.
year Vinnie Jones was in X-Men.
He's the juggernaut, bitch.
He is.
But yes, that was my first knowing of anything of Manchester was
I
was
am
was
deeply
from Vinnie
embarrassed.
Jones shouting with a bunch of crazy Manchester fans.
Now, would this be an awkward situation?
Yes. So I mean, is that how you would be at a game?
Is this how I would be at a game?
Yeah, how I'm describing Vinnie Jones in Euro Trip.
No, I would not be like Vinnie Jones in Euro Trip. That is an embarrassment to all football fans. I am a different person at a United game. I am a different person at a football game, as Nick in the comments will be in the live chat would be able to tell you. I turn into a different human being when I'm watching football. I really do.
Ratio gold. David Cross is such a goof.
I feel like he's just doing a little bit of a knockoff. I mean, I know it came later, but he's doing a little bit of a knockoff Dean from Community.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or maybe Jim Rash in Community was doing a
Just
knockoff David Cross from She's
from
the
this
Man.
movie. Yes, I could see it being a huge inspiration.
Billy just remembers Vinnie Jones from the Guy Ritchie movies, which is understandable.
Yeah,
That's what he's most known for as an actor. Because he's notoriously that's Vinnie Jones's shtick. That was his shtick as a football player, and that's his shtick as an actor. He's a aggressive Cockney man.
Yeah, so I think that's what parlayed him into the world of acting, much like
Arlie,
much like Arlie Ermy, where he was just a loud, very assertive drill sergeant, and they just put him in a movie where he was going to be a loud drill sergeant.
Billy with the pun there. Tobias and Dean Pelton would be quite the cross over. Well done, Billy. Well done. And thank you, Nick. Yes, solidifying that I am, in fact, a different person when watching football. See, this watch-along could have gone really sour today. It all really depended on if United won today. Thankfully, they did. So it's fine. If there's one thing you do not want your school or college, principal, dean, headmaster, whatever, talking about, it is male-female sexual tension.
Yeah. That's not awkward at all.
You don't want that. You don't want that. It was like terribly. Did you have any painfully ridiculous sex ed classes at school?
I didn't.
You didn't have any painfully ridiculous sex ed classes? Did you have any at all? This sounds really troubling if you didn't have any at all.
I don't even remember.
That's bad.
So it obviously wasn't bad enough or extreme enough for me to like remember it.
There was no cucumbers involved.
And he's wearing a hairnet and he has no hair.
He is. Because he wants to fit in with the rest of the canteen staff, I think.
That is a very big bottle of soda.
It is. It's too big. And also, we shouldn't be drinking that if we're an athlete.
And why does he have the soda? Well, he, Soda and the apple juice.
Amanda Bynes has fooled you, Janine.
Yeah, she's fooled me. Why is there apple juice and a soda?
Because she's very thirsty, but not in that way.
And
Although a little bit
does,
in that way for Channing
does
Tate.
does he have 2 straws sticking out of his muffin?
2 straws sticking out of his muffin?
Yes.
Who?
The other guy.
Not Channing. He does!
I was like, what is happening with that muffin?
Oh, Billy says that's actually a thing. A manager where he works is bald, and anytime he has to enter the bakery, he wears a hairnet. What? Why? What's the point?
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense. There is a significant level of bro-ishness in this movie, I must admit.
Yeah.
But it's all shut up at the end, isn't it? That's the good thing about it. Everybody's kind of left with egg on their face, which is fun.
Yes.
You noticed how Amanda Bynes' bro voice drifts from general kind of, oh yeah, I'm a dude.
I've been through stuff too. And then, oh yeah, man, oh,
Sometimes it ends up like this, and it's a little bit weird. Hello. But then it can be deeper. I mean, idiots for not realizing. But we're not talking about the realism of She's the Man. There's no realism in this movie. It's all about football.
Like, why doesn't she just pretend to be a girl when she's showering? Oh, great.
Did you read your dorm life pamphlet?
No, because I did not live in dorms.
I didn't read my dorm life pamphlet.
I went to college, like, where I live, so I didn't need to go in the dorm.
I suppose I didn't live in dorms, as dorms would be, though. So, shower shoes were not a thing, Janine.
I mean, I did stay at, like, camps and things, and, like, yes, shower shoes were definite, like, please.
It's probably because the showers were filthy.
Yeah.
See, here we go. In this scene here would be exactly what Vinnie Jones wants football to be played like. Throwing his hat down in an incredibly stereotypical football manager from the 90s way.
Yeah.
I love how the subtitles then just said growling big cat sounds.
Oh my gosh.
Fair play. And the... Oh dear. Oh dear. That's also terrifying. That would be incredibly terrifying.
Screaming and then
It's like in Life of Brian, Monty Python's Life of Brian, when they're at the stoning, isn't it? And John Cleese's like, "Are there any women here today?" And they're all like, "No." Wear those shoes. Don't want to get athlete's foot. No, you don't want to get athlete's foot. Athlete's foot's nasty. It's very irritant. You know, when I watch scenes like this, Janine.
Yes.
You know, kind of like school hazing things and that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me incredibly thankful that despite the fact I did go to university,
You don't have
that
fraternities and
was
things.
not a thing.
Yeah, because you don't have that whole fraternity system.
No, but
So-
I mean, I would not partake should I have gone to a American university. I would have been quite against any sort of situation.
Yeah.
Billy's firing out the puns today. You could say she's vying for that football spot.
Yeah.
Quality.
Yes.
Applause. Applause, Billy. This is a little bit unnecessary in public.
Well, he's got to get the guys to like him.
He has, but it's also a little bit unnecessary in public. I would be most embarrassed. But that's just me.
Oh my gosh. Is that what you really do when a girl walks away?
No,
every
it
time,
isn't.
Every time, right?
Yeah, I have definitely said those words in my life.
Because guys are totally like that.
That's exactly what everybody does.
That's exactly what you guys do, right?
Yeah. As soon as somebody's just come over crying and being all like, I'll never forget you. And then you turn around and that's what you do. That's exactly the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
It's obviously not. It's a terrible thing to do.
See, they're talking like this.
The weird inflections in the voice come out of them. I see you for what you truly are. At times it's weird. At times she sounds like a Texas oil baron, but also like a New York.
Yeah, holla at your boy. Like what? Who says that?
Well, it's 2006, Janine. I'm surprised you don't.
Yeah.
You know, A+ performance right there, says Billy. Yes, I think it is.
Oh my gosh, look at that cute little flippity phone.
I never had a flip phone. I had a slide phone. But I never actually had a flip. Did you have a flip?
I did. I had 2 different razors, and before that, I had like a phone like that, like the round little flippy one.
I had
And then
my
I had the
first ever
one
phone
that
was
you just hold and it doesn't close or anything. It's just like a big boxy.
yeah. My first ever phone was just a little, didn't do anything. It was just a phone.
Yeah, like I had a
Didn't flip,
Nokia.
didn't slide.
Yeah, I had a Nokia phone and it was like that. And I would get like this cute little disco light antenna. So cute, I have to have a cute antenna. And then
Brilliant.
like my friend got me a matrix like cover. So like you would push a button and it would just go and slide open.
Oh no.
Yes. It was very cool.
Dear. But yeah, I had that. I had a couple of slide phones, I think. I mean, you wonder why people get braces like that.
Like headgear, like why do you need all that? And I thought you only
I
really
had braces. My teeth were bad. I didn't wear no massive thing on my head.
You didn't wear headgear to bed.
No,
You have a
I
retainer to sleep.
I did have a retainer. But I just had the little things on my teeth. I mean, they'd hurt, sure. But I didn't have to wear a helmet.
Did you have what color rubber bands? Did you have purple?
Oh, I got to choose every time.
And did you
So
always choose purple?
sometimes I would have purple, yeah. Sometimes I would have like red. One time I had black. That really looked bad. It looked like I had rotten teeth. That was bad. I remember that. Yeah, I had purple though.
Oh my gosh.
No. All very aggressive.
I know.
I mean, Channing Tatum is like really lean in this movie.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Now he's like a little bit more chunky.
I think it's muscle chunk.
Yeah, it's like he's more filled out. I mean,
He's definitely skinnier.
he's very thin in this movie. And he's pretty lean in Step Up.
Just a younger Channing. Here we go. Why would you just randomly practice an overhead kick? Who practices doing an overhead kick as though they always happen?
It's
Fundamentals,
impressive.
guys. Come on. Pass and move. Pass and move. Positional. There's your sexy Amanda Bynes shower scene.
Yeah.
See, Billy had braces too, and he never had silly things. Oh, what a terrible strike.
It's terrible.
It was awful technique. I don't know how it went in. The goalkeeper must be incompetent. Oh, there is actually some incredibly incompetent goalkeeping in this movie.
Yeah. So the football play is not good for you?
It's not really. It's not great, but I still love the movie, obviously. But oh my. We'll never understand that. Truly, we'll never understand that. Just go into a locker room, full on, there you go, everything out, wander around, shaking everything. There's no need for it. Keep yourself to yourself. Nobody needs to see anything. I'm a proponent for that. What do you think?
Yeah, like I don't see the need to be completely naked. I mean, unless you have just showered and you're putting.
Well,
But
then
you could
put a
still
towel on.
you could still put your towel and put your underwear on. But
Is
yeah,
that do you do that in a women's locker room?
Oh right. It burns. Does it burn? Does it burn?
I wouldn't say burn's the right word.
That is really not creepy at all. Having that girl's face on a giant pillow.
Oh, are you telling me you haven't had that? Come on, Janine. You definitely had a Joshua Jackson pillow.
I wanted one, but I did not have one. No.
Or a James Van Der Beek pillow.
And I was more of a.
I know you were more
pasty
of
girl. Dawson was kind of a
whiny.
Dawson was kind of a whiny bitch, but I like James Van Der Beek.
Potentially Who else? Who else was there, Janine? Come on. Who else was there? It's just mainly Joshua Jackson, isn't it?
Yeah, he was pretty much the
Or
number
any
one.
member of NSYNC.
Yes, mostly JC. JC was number one. Paul Walker. I remember having him on my binder. Mm-hmm.
Billy says, wouldn't that still hurt if you're a girl, Janine?
It depends on where you get hit.
I mean, yeah, we don't have to have a conversation about
yeah, no, I mean,
that sort of nonsense.
It does hurt because, yes, it's like there's bones there.
It's still a relatively sensitive area.
Yes. So yes, if you fall in the right place, it hurts. Bicycle seats and things like that.
Oh, bicycle seats, horseback riding.
Yes.
That's what you don't want. You don't want that. You know, when when, like, I say, when you're on a horse, like everybody goes on a horse all the time anymore.
Yeah.
But if you've ever been on a horse and they just kind of trot there, it's not a frog, Janine. It's just a spider.
No, but there's a fetal. Is it a fetal pig or is that a cut open frog that they're dissecting?
I don't think it's a frog.
I was lucky that we did.
It is a frog.
We did fetal pigs and not frogs.
We did sheep's hearts. We had sheep's hearts. I remember that. I also remember one of my friends from school wandering around the classroom with his finger through one of the arteries of the sheep's heart, of the really cold sheep's heart, with his gloves on, just going like this around, getting unnecessary sheep's blood all over the place.
Yes.
Quite, I mean, there had to be a deep clean.
Ugh, gross. See, why isn't she doing that? Because that's what boys do.
I don't know. Oh.
See, why can't she just talk like that all the time?
Because she has to put on the weird voice.
Billy, that is not nice.
No, it isn't, Billy. That's cruel. There's no need for cruelty. Who's your daddy? Nobody says that anymore. I do remember when there was a phase of my life where people said, "Who's the daddy?" a lot.
Oh my gosh, no. Who is your
Not
daddy?
necessarily me, but people just said it. I don't know where it's gone. Do people not say who's your daddy or who's the daddy anymore? Or is it taken on a life?
It's who's your daddy. It's not who's the daddy.
No, it is. It's who's the daddy.
No, it's who's your daddy. Unless you're on the Maury Povich show, it's not who's the daddy.
Oh, well, to me, it's who's the daddy.
No, it's who's your daddy.
Well, that's what it was for me in my life.
Well, no, it's who's your daddy. Because then you say, I'm your daddy because I did whatever thing that I was supposed to do.
No, you say, who's the daddy? And then the response has to be, you're the daddy.
No, it's who's your daddy. Because it's like, I'm saying I'm your daddy because I schooled you, you know?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
No, it's not. Who's the daddy is just too general.
It's who's the general daddy of the world.
No, it's a very
Many
specific...
people would say, who is that? Who is that? Do we have an answer for that one? Who is the world's daddy? And by daddy, I literally mean that insinuation of the word daddy. There's a question for you, Janine. Think on that one. Oh dear, a spider.
You're the guy.
This is the most pathetic display.
You're the guy.
Look at this.
She's like,
Janine, you haven't answered my question.
Because that's not how it works. It's not who's the daddy of the world. It's who's your daddy.
I'm just asking you who's the world's daddy. And by daddy, I mean in that situation.
I don't know who the world's daddy is.
Who would you say it is?
Joshua Jackson.
Joshua. Brilliant. Perfect. I mean, I was hoping maybe if you would go for someone a bit older. But no, if you want to go for Joshua Jackson, that's fine.
I mean, he's older now. He was like already.
He's not like 60, is he?
No, but he was like already in his 20s when he did Dawson's Creek.
A travelling carnival.
No, it's WandaVision. WandaVision.
Oh dear.
WandaVision.
Oh no. Oh, it's WandaVision. Where's Vision? Where's Darcy in her escape act? Where's the really aggressive guy who's running the thing? What's your favourite carnival game?
Oh gosh.
Oh dear. Do you have a favourite carnival game? Or carnival attraction? Not like theme park ride, like full-on game or attraction.
I like the spraying one.
The water shooting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've tried the thing with the rings. That's like impossible.
No, you can't, no. What about the throwing the baseball at the tin cans?
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Or the throwing the tennis ball and smashing all the plates?
I don't think I've done that one.
Or the throwing the tennis ball at the coconut?
What?
Yeah, the coconut.
I've never done that one.
You have to knock the coconut off its little holder. If you knock the coconut off, you get a prize. If you knock all 3 coconuts off, you get the big prize.
No.
The hooker duck. You like the hooker duck?
Oh, yeah. I'm not good at any of the games, though. Of course, the thing where you wear your polo shirt collar up.
I used to wear my polo shirt. I used to wear polo shirts like that. I remember when I was like 14, I would wear all my polo. I wore polo shirts a lot, and I would always wear them collar up because I thought that was cool. It looks ridiculous now. I mean, I don't wear polo shirts, to be honest with you, these days, but I certainly wouldn't wear them with the collars up.
Yeah.
Collars never need to be flipped up like that unless you're Elvis, says Billy. Or, yes, okay, Elvis, or Eric Cantona. I would come back at that.
That poor little girl. Oh my gosh, this music is so
mid-2000s.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you wear fake sideburns or a fake beard, Janine?
No.
A stick-on false beard? No.
No.
Not just like a wig.
I
mean, you've got to love bouncy castles. Do you like bouncy castles? You probably call them bounce houses, don't you? Stupid name.
Yes, because it looks shaped like a house.
Not shaped like a house. It's shaped like a castle.
It's not always shaped like a castle.
It is always shaped like a castle.
No, it's not.
It should always be shaped like a castle. Do you like those, though? I haven't been on a bouncy castle for probably about...
Like, what has she just changed out of
years.
that?
I don't know.
So why is she changing again already?
Because it's all very confusing when you have to pretend to be 2 people. I want to know how she conceals the general chest area.
Oh,
You know?
gosh, can you imagine doing a kissing booth?
Well, there's that Netflix movie.
Yes.
I legitimately think a kissing booth is quite possibly the most horrendous thing in the world. Why on earth would you want to queue up to kiss someone who 87,000 people that day
Ew.
have already kissed, including literally anybody that wants to?
Yes. And like, you see that creepy old man in line? Oh.
It is sordid. No, I don't think kissing booths should exist.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
I also don't know who in the right mind would actually agree to be the person doing all the kissing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it raises a lot of money for whatever
I'm
you're
sure it
trying to
does
raise
raise a lot
money
of money,
for.
but it's a little bit. You would end up with disease. That's aggressive. There's no. That's not how you do a kissing booth. You don't go full in. That 8-year-old needs to calm down, Janine.
Yeah.
Billy says, "Remember when you could be around other
Wow.
people. Don't make us sad, Billy."
Ex-girlfriend, and then he, like, puts his hand in her face. I did not like that.
Well, he's not. He's not a pleasant man.
No. He's an idiot who wears his collar on his polo shirt up
Stop
like that.
hating people who wear their collars up, Janine. I used to do it.
In 2000, whatever this is, 2006?
No, I'd say, but in around 2009, probably, yeah.
I'm glad you grew out of that one.
I did, and now wear things like this,
College professor Morgan.
jumpers. Yeah, apparently I look like a college professor today.
Ah!
All the
Such a
popcorn's gone
mess. Such a
everywhere.
mess.
I don't like popcorn, Janine.
And then her snooty mom is like, ow.
It's not ladylike. You know when people always ask, like, what's your favourite movie theatre or cinema snack?
Yeah.
My response is, real people don't eat movies. Don't eat the movies.
Don't eat movies.
They don't eat movies. I was too focused on the quality of football that Channing Tatum was spinning on his finger. I mean, why he was spinning on his finger in the first place, I don't know. But that looks like an old Champions League ball. And
you weren't distracted by the tampon in his mouth.
No, I was distracted by the old Champions League football in his hands. Yes, and the fact that he's also got posters of other Chelsea players on his wall from the time, such as Ian Robben and Didier Drogba. This was when Chelsea had just been a couple of seasons before been taken over by Roman Abramovich, the Russian billionaire, and were all of a sudden buying the Premier League. Or buying the buying the title, basically. But it worked for them, and they're still pretty good now. Frank Lampard, from the poster from before, was just sacked as their manager.
Oh.
After playing for them and winning many things with them. Ian Robben didn't do very well at Chelsea. Well, he did okay at Chelsea, but then he went to Madrid. He didn't do particularly well at Madrid, but then he went to Bayern Munich and became a legend there. He's still playing football in Holland.
Oh.
for his boyhood club. I think he plays for Groningen. Football trivia. Drogba doesn't play football anymore, I don't think, but Drogba was an excellent striker. You see similarities between Channing Tatum in this movie and Channing Tatum in White House Down, you know?
He's wearing a dirty wife beater.
You shouldn't have a football inside. Footballs are not for inside.
He's not playing with it. He's just holding
He
it.
was playing with it. He was doing kick-ups. He shouldn't be doing that. It's the one thing I can do with a football. Not very good at football, me, Janine.
No. What if you
Haven't
had worked
played
at
in
it?
many years, but used to play, but not very. All I can do is kick-ups. That's all I'm good at. You know what I mean when I say kick-ups?
Yes.
Okay. Are we enjoying She's the Man, guys? I am.
Well, you know, I like the romancy stuff. So
Yes,
like,
you're here for the romancy. I'm here for Amanda Bynes in the football.
yeah.
And also the romancy. I just love this movie. I don't know why we have to weirdly practice volleys from about 4 yards out. Doesn't seem to make a great deal of sense to me.
Because it looks cool.
I mean, I can understand, okay, quick feet around the balls, moving there, that makes sense. But some of these training methods are absolutely ridiculous.
Because I think they're for people who don't know anything about football.
I know they're for people that don't know anything about
unnecessary
football.
moves. Those are just fancy, stylish moves.
They're not fancy, stylish moves, though. They're just moronic things to do. I mean, football training is just football training, no matter what you're doing. So
they look cool to people who don't know anything about.
if you want to showcase that your characters are training for football, then just have them doing regular football training, because people can still realize that it's football training. They don't need to be doing weird things like that. Doesn't make a great deal of sense to me. Nobody says first string.
No.
Not a thing. Stop being Americanized, Vinnie Jones. Stop selling out. Billy's loving this. I like that Billy's loving this. Oh, yeah, I'm a man.
Well, you saw the hand kind of try to slide down.
I think this movie is also a good showcase of the legitimate, but some would say it isn't there, homoeroticism in sports teams.
That's your deduction here.
Yes, because they all seem to flap about with each other in the changing room, whipping each other with towels when they've got nothing on. And if that says one thing to me, it isn't. We're a football team, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think, Billy?
Oh, ow.
That must really hurt.
Yes, it's a metal bar. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, the games girls play.
Is this accurate, Janine?
I mean, I don't think I ever did that. Like,
You never.
acted like I liked a guy's friend to make him jealous. No, I didn't
You
do stuff
never
like that.
plot with a bunch of other people to enact some sort of weirdly over the top plan to get a guy.
Yeah, no,
When you were a high schooler.
no, did none of that.
Did you have a flip phone, Billy? Janine did. I didn't. I had a slidey phone.
Yes, I had a razor phone.
What was your first smartphone?
An iPhone.
And like a first iPhone? Okay.
Like a 4. I think it was
A 4.
a 3 maybe. And that's why I'm all about the Apple to this day.
Yeah.
Which I need to upgrade again because my phone is in terrible shape. It dies very quickly. Like I'll have 100% and be on my phone for maybe like an hour, and I'll already like have used like be down to like 30%.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Why must the stereotypical braces wearing impossibly geeky girl always exist
Right. Well,
in a high school movie?
she gets a hot athlete.
Sure. Billy wants to find a flip phone so he can recreate that scene. That's nice. Eunice isn't wearing her headgear now.
Well, it's for special occasions where she can take it off.
I guess.
Get her little butterfly sweater. It's so cute.
She looks like a librarian. I mean, I say that wearing this. I think I look like a librarian. I'd work as a librarian, you know. It'd always be very nice and quiet, wouldn't it?
Yes.
You wouldn't get any bother. But libraries don't really exist anymore. People don't go to libraries, do they? Unfortunately, Janine. I like libraries, you know, but
yeah,
they don't really exist
anymore.
Unless they're big, you know, city libraries. They exist, but little town public libraries, you know.
Little town, it's a quiet village.
I thought you were going to start singing Little Town of Bethlehem. Then.
Like the one before. Little town.
Do you like cheese, Janine?
I love cheese.
I don't like cheese.
I like a good Gouda. I think you would like cheese if you could eat it.
A Gouda. Is Gouda a good cheese, Janine?
Gouda is Gouda. Yes. Yeah, you say it before Billy does.
Yes. Shut up, Billy.
Oh my gosh, this lady is the mom of the boy in Final Destination.
No.
2. The lady at the podium talking. Yes.
No, she isn't.
She is. She's the mom of the guy who plays Sebastian in Final Destination 2.
Unbelievable. Why has this movie got so many ties to Final Destination?
I don't know.
I think Billy says, the universe is telling you to do a watch along of Final Destination 2. But the thing is,
Maybe.
Billy, I don't want to do a watch along of Final Destination 2. We've already watched Final Destination 2, and why would we watch Final Destination 2
Yeah.
and just Final Destination 2? It would be silly.
Yeah, she's the lady who got her head chopped off in the elevator.
Madness. Look at that old lady's face.
Like, oh my gosh. Sloppy girl. Look at the sloppy girl.
Oh dear. Here comes the sadness you were all expecting from me as to the fact that I've remembered again that Amanda Bynes has fallen off the face of the earth.
I know.
And has not recovered like all the other people have recovered who went through a meltdown. I think. Is there anybody who went through a meltdown that hasn't recovered yet, Janine?
I mean,
Of this type?
Lindsay Lohan is still kind of a mess.
Yeah, but is she though? I feel like
She's
Lindsay Lohan's working.
She's doing her weird club openings and like.
I feel like she's working though. Thank you, Steve.
Hey.
Hope you're not working too hard.
Thanks for stopping by.
Is Lindsay Lohan?
I don't know. She had a
Still-
reality show where she was trying to like open a club Lohan or something in Greece or somewhere like that.
Club Lohan.
Yeah, something like that. And that was the last I've heard of her. And it was
What goes on in Club Lohan? Is it just all plots
Like-
from her movies?
No, like a dance club.
In Club Lohan, we pretend to be Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh goodness. No, like a
And
dance club.
We also pretend to be twins. And we also pretend to be a popular girl in a high school, but then realise that we were actually a moron the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's the plot of Mean Girls.
She's not a moron.
No, she realises she's been a moron.
Oh.
She isn't a moron. She realises that in wanting to be a plastic, she's been a moron.
Okay.
Which results in the Final Destination-esque bus crash
Yes.
of Rachel McAdams. That's an aggressive kiss. Imagine if you were kissed so passionately that the other person hated, felt it.
Yeah.
That seems like I think that would hurt.
Yeah.
You know, if it was that aggressive and that forceful, it would really
Oh my goodness.
what, a
Girl
fight?
fight.
Clothesline, it's turned into WWE all of a sudden.
Oh my goodness.
That's unnecessarily aggressive. Beating the skull. You can see they used this music because it was public domain.
Yeah. Oh.
They did not have to pay for this use. What a slightly ridiculous fight scene. Oh well, there you go. When debutantes disagree, they say it with their eyes, so they just give a little bit of a snarky look.
Yes, and that's all you can do.
That's all you can do. That's all you. So you have to do.
That sounds like great conflict resolution to me.
Billy sees why I love this so much. Thank you, Billy. We haven't even got to the big football yet.
I know.
You're not wrong, Amanda.
Oh my gosh. The fact that he knows that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, go on then.
Uh-oh.
Wrong.
Oh.
Oh.
You had no.
Channing Tatum's bashing his motorbike helmet on the pole. Billy says, to be fair, Olivia's cute.
But
Well, yeah, but like
she has no chemistry with Channing Tatum.
Amanda Bynes, though. Stop going against Amanda Bynes, Billy. You're talking to me here. You're trying to insult me.
Oh,
Ooh, it's all
no.
coming out. There's going to be aggressiveness. Oh dear, there has been a misunderstanding.
Yes.
They do turn out to be the exact opposite, Channing Tatum. You'll learn that shortly. You'll learn that people turn out to be the exact opposite very, very shortly.
Yes.
In one of the great scenes in sports movies, as far as I'm concerned, Janine, where Amanda Bynes goes, "I'm a girl," and then flashes the whole school.
Yes.
Yes. There is, in all your sports movies,
Is that a thing in all
Rocky,
Shakespeare adaptations?
what?
Where you just show your boobs?
No, I don't think it's a thing in all Shakespeare
It
adaptations.
happens in 10 Things I Hate About You as well.
Maybe it's just that the Shakespeare adaptations that take place in a place of education,
Maybe.
perhaps.
Perhaps.
There's just a requirement for flashing.
Yeah. Mhm.
Not that you see anything. It's not a lewd flash. This isn't American Pie, you know.
Yeah.
This is She's the Man. This is wholesome.
Mhm. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's all coming out, Janine. Oh no.
I know. Oh my gosh.
You got to give credit to Eunice. She knows what she wants. She goes for it.
Yeah, that's true. She's very
She's
confident.
she's not the usual braces wearing geek, you know, who's nervous
Yeah.
all the time.
She's very confident.
Applause for Eunice. Applause for Eunice. Oh, well marked there with the pitch. Now, who's that on that poster?
There's two posters back there.
No, I know that that one's Iron Robin and Didier Drogba. I was talking about the little poster.
Mm-hmm.
I would also like to point out, Janine, that in football, we do not wear the numbers on the front of the shirt.
No, not even like a little one on the side.
Not even like a little one. And the numbers on the back of the shirt and on the front of the shorts.
Oh my gosh.
Eunice will find someone
Oh yeah,
just as
does.
intense. I mean, the face paint's a little bit much, isn't it?
It is.
We don't need that. It's because it's not Sebastian's soccer game. Oh dear.
No, the confusion.
It's Viola's. Don't know why I started talking like that. I sounded like Snagglepuss from Hanna-Barbera.
Oh my god.
Oh, what does he say? What does Snagglepuss say?
I don't remember.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. That's what he says.
Oh gosh.
Snagglepuss. Did you never watch Snagglepuss?
I did, but I don't remember it.
It is. The atmosphere is very impressive for
Yeah.
Americans don't like football this much. Certainly not in 2006. Maybe they do now, I suppose. To be fair to the US, Janine, they are seriously looking impressive with their young football players at the moment.
Yeah.
Men's wise, the women's team has been quality for ages.
Of course.
The US women's football team has been excellent for a long time. But in the men's game, there's a lot of top quality American young players at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is promising for, the future of football in America.
You just like maybe because their goalie's purple.
Do I just like Illyria because the goalkeeper's purple?
Yeah.
No. Terrible. I mean, I really question why they're wearing face paint, though. I've always questioned why they're wearing face paint. However, I must say, Janine, the football itself, like the actual ball, is one of my absolute favourite Premier League football designs ever. Mainly because it was from when I really, got fully into football properly, and it became a total take over your life. But that Nike football with sometimes it was a red trim like that, sometimes it was a blue one. But that it's a nostalgia football for me, that football. So I just like that. Oh dear. I played soccer once. Or it might have been chess.
It's really hard to tell the difference.
Yeah, come on. I'd like to know how they don't realise it's a different person.
Because they're twins.
But they don't look the same.
Well, they look the same to everyone else.
Yeah. Stupid movie, I love it.
The logic between this twinning is a little silly, but...
Oh dear. Oh dear. The headmasters just outed Sebastian.
Yes.
Oh, yep. Flashing there. I mean, there's no need to do it in public, though, is there?
A nice work. That's my boy.
I mean, how impressive must have it been?
Yeah, for everyone to be like, that's my boy. Yeah.
Usually everybody would have
that's
just
the daddy.
Like,
That's the daddy right there. Apparently Sebastian is the daddy.
Possibly.
Oh my god.
That was quite possibly the weakest little punch I've ever seen.
It was very sad.
There was no intent there whatsoever to cause injury. You need to be more forceful there, Monique. Come on. That's quality. It's quality from him. It's a good save. Don't know why the referee's wearing stupid clothes. Also, don't know why there's cheerleaders at a football game. That shouldn't really.
Why?
It's not a thing. The mascot we can deal with. There's mascot, but
yeah, but this is not the UK, sir.
I know. Yes. Okay. Yes. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Vinnie Jones is most upset with his team's performance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, so that'd be 0-0 then, really, as the score, wouldn't it? Because that's how it's read in football, not 0-0.
Oh my gosh, here it is. A big moment.
We're not quite that. It's a good challenge. Well done, son.
I'm just saying, getting to see Viola kick ass at soccer.
Yes, exactly. This is what we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
I mean, I know I was giving like the football scenes a little bit of stick before. They're not that bad. They're okay. I think it's just Channing Tatum's real lack of football ability that makes me question his technique whenever he's doing anything.
Yeah, because he's very physical. He's very athletic, but he
can't kick
But
a
he's
football
not.
properly.
Yeah, it's not the same kind of.
I mean, not a chance. Not a chance is he doing that.
Sure, he did. He's very athletic. He's very nimble, and he can do gymnastic type things.
No. You'd also get a booking for celebrating like that.
See, he can do backflips and things.
I'm sure he can, but you'd also get a booking for celebrating like that. You can't take your shirt off.
Well, that is probably different in the U.S.
It's not. That's a rule of the game.
Boo!
No, that's laziness, Duke. You need to defend. Oh, see that? There you go. Abysmal goalkeeping. Absolutely shocking.
You're making the color purple look bad, guy.
He is. Disgraceful goalkeeping. Wriggled underneath him. Be embarrassed. I mean, there's way too much show-offness.
Ninja goalie, he's calling himself.
What's he doing, the goalkeeper? The Illyria goalkeeper is absolutely off his nut. I'd say this would be a fight. They would both be sent off immediately.
Yeah.
And now it's a mass
everybody's
brawl.
fighting.
And now all of a sudden it's turned into
the
the
cheerleaders
WWE
are just like,
again.
we're gonna keep on dancing, even though everybody's going crazy.
Just
yes. Oh, break it up, Vinnie Jones. Break it up.
Vinnie Jones would break it up. Vinnie Jones would murder all of these people. See? It's not a stadium. You can't call that a stadium. It's a ground, sure, but it's not a stadium, is it? Come on, Vinny.
Stop nitpicking everything.
Janine, I love this movie. You've forgotten.
It is what it is. They're fighting to the mascot.
Come on then, out with it. It's a terrible way of starting it off, though, isn't it, really? And Vinnie Jones is there thinking, what the hell is going on?
Okay, you can put your shirt down now. He showed his Willis and Noodleberries.
Oh dear.
So
Oh dear.
betrayed. I'm so betrayed.
Yes, Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones being open-minded. This is unusual for those who saw Vinnie Jones play football.
Yeah.
Let's go kick, kill.
Yes.
That's not how we play football, Vinny. That's how
Well, that's how
you
he
might have
played.
played
That's what I'm
football in
saying. That's how
1988. But
he played.
it is. It literally is. Go now. If you're watching this and want to see more of Vinnie Jones actually play football, just YouTube some of it. When we're finished with this, and the movie is coming towards the end, or open up a new tab, open up a new window, whatever. Just open YouTube again and just type Vinnie Jones highlights and have fun watching a UFC fighter play football, basically.
How do you feel about these action shots?
That's what I mean. Like, I know I gave it stick before. It's actually quite good. It's just, he's always been sent off. Oh dear. The referee brandished the red card. Incredibly dramatically there.
Yes.
Actually, that's not a rule. You can't do that anymore. That's a new rule, Janine. If you give away a penalty and you make an attempt to go for the ball, you can no longer be sent off if the penalty is given. Because it's something called double jeopardy.
Okay.
You can only be shown a yellow card. However, if you're not attempting to go for the ball, you can be sent off. So it's determined on whether you're attempting. It's a dreadful penalty. Oh dear. I mean, the keeper's hurt himself there.
Yes.
I mean, it's a terrible penalty. Terrible penalty.
Well.
But fair play, Viola for the bicycle kick there. Always incredibly petulant.
Yes.
Put your camcorder down.
Big clunky camera. Good grief, the big old microphone on it. It's important to me.
Billy says this is a delightful movie. It is. It is, Billy. It is a delightful movie. Yay! Football. Channing Tatum's still slightly upset.
Yes. But like him and Olivia had nothing in common. Ain't no tricks. Dang, Eunice, okay.
Oh dear. Not on the pitch, please.
Everybody's shown their parts, and now people are just getting it on.
Shifty times in public, Janine, really.
Yeah, shifty times.
All of it's just happening in public.
And all the betrayal and his wife beaters.
The PDA, says Billy. Yeah, exactly. It's next level. A present.
Ooh.
What's
With a purple
what's the
bow.
present? Is it another Frank Lampard post? No.
It's some Gouda.
It is some Gouda. And a letter.
I would love to get that sports question in the showdown.
You would, yeah, sports movies. What's the cheese that Duke gets at the end of Sheath the Map? It is a sports movie. You can class this as a sports movie. It's a teen movie. It's a, rom-com, but it's also a sports movie. I think Amanda Bynes should have her own Schmodown slice, to be honest with you, Janine.
Yeah, she should.
I'd put one on there. No. Now we just have to wait for the romancy. This is where Janine's favourite part comes in.
Yes. By this spooky swamp.
It is incredibly spooky. It does look like the Black Lagoon.
Yes, like it's just gonna pop out of the water. Like Jason's just gonna pop out.
It looks exactly like that. Why is it lit like that? It's incredibly foggy. Because he's a killer. It's not. He's the groundsman. It's the groundsman. Billy says, are there any more 90s Shakespeare-inspired movies aside from 10 Things? And this movie? Well, 90s/2000. This is 2006, and I think... 10 Things is 99, isn't it? I think.
I mean, there's but that's pretty, straightforward. It's not like a kind of fun adaptation.
Othello.
Yes.
I don't know, actually. Not in this sense.
No, it's not in this fun kind of sense. It's pretty straightforward retelling. There's
obviously, adaptations. Just look at all the Kenneth Branagh stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And there's straight adaptations, isn't there? But not let's just take the story and the basic structure and put it in a totally different movie like this or 10 Things. I can't think of any more off the top of my head. But I don't know. You're probably better at that than me. You'd know better, Janine.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head that are fun rom-coms, retellings.
Oh, how fancy.
Of course, they end up together. I mean, Joshua Jackson did do one.
Did he?
It was Ronnie and Julie.
No, we're not doing it.
Oh, I guess Warm Bodies. Warm Bodies would be one.
What's Warm Bodies?
It's with Nicholas Hoult, and he's a zombie.
What is it though? What Shakespeare?
Romeo and Juliet.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like in the same like structure? Like, do they both die? I've never seen Warm Body.
No, just in the essence that there's characters that kind of play those same characters, and they're somewhat star-crossed because he's dead, he's undead, and she is alive.
I think the kissing there between Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum was incredibly.
She's always been an awkward kisser, no matter who it is. I think when she kisses somebody, it doesn't ever look real.
Probably because Channing Tatum is just really happy to be doing it, and she doesn't really want to kiss Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Because she realizes, I'm bigger than you, Channing Tatum. This is my movie. This is not your movie. What are you doing? Kick. Yay! Yay!
That was very cute.
It's the best. I love it. Yay! Billy says he will certainly rewatch this movie many times now. Thank you. Thank you, Billy. Thank you for sticking around as well. We love you for that. And thank you to everybody that popped in today. We had quite a few nice people pop in today. That was fun. And thank you for watching with us another watch along.
Yeah.
They're always fun. I love the watch alongs, Janine.
Me too.
I don't know what the next ones will be, but they will be in March, won't they?
Yes.
2 coming up in March.
I will have to think of that movie that I said I would make you watch, and you weren't too excited about it.
Oh, dear. It will be Janine's choice next time. So
yes.
There you go. There you go for that one. But yes, thank you guys. There's She's the Man. It's great. We love it. But thank you for sticking with us for another glorious It's a Wonderful watch along. Like I said at the start, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please do so now. You know, put your notifications on, like the video and all that business.
Yes, please do.
Because there's going to be obviously more watch-alongs, but other videos as well from me and from the both of us, doing a whole bunch of fun things going forward on this channel, as well as obviously all the regular podcast stuff, which is Machine Mondays Morgan hasn't seen, and It's a Wonderful Podcast, the main show. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have you covered on the podcast feed. Everywhere podcasts can be found: Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Castbox, all the rest of them. It's a Wonderful Podcast is there. You can join us on Patreon if you would like to support us on there and be lovely and generous. Patreon.com/itsawonderful1. There's links to all this in the description anyway. I put them down there, so that's fun. That's nice. That's nice of me. Easy, making it easy.
Nice of you.
Twitter, you can find the show on Twitter, the channel on Twitter, I guess now, and It's a Wonderful One. Find me on Twitter at the Purple Dawn with a 3 instead of the E in the because, Janine.
3 is the magic number.
And all your good stuff is at where?
You can find me at Janine DeBean on Instagram and Janine DeBean _, on Twitter. And if you want to get any merch for any of our shows, you can find all of that at my TeePublic shop at G9Design on teepublic.com.
You're going to get yourself a nice It's a Wonderful Podcast shirt. It goes really well on a black t-shirt.
Yeah,
because it's a black logo with a nice little spotlight. It looks great. Not so much on a white t-shirt, because then it's just a box.
Yeah.
But certainly a black one would work well. There you go. Thanks, guys, for chilling with us for another watch along. It's been fun. Yay. Keep an eye out for the next one and keep an eye out for more videos on this channel. I think there's only one thing left for us to do, Janine.
And I'll do it in my best dude voice.
Please do. Please do. Make it the broiest dude voice you can possibly do.
3, 2, 1.
Bye.